why everybody hates Drake. And I speak for everyone when I say Drake is the greatest rapper of all time. And if you deny it, you're wrong. You're simply wrong, all right? You know what I'm saying? Drake is the GOAT. Don't disrespect him. Don't diss my Drakey Snakey. You cannot sit here ever and diss my GOAT. Or you can't diss my GOAT. I'm not gonna allow it. I simply won't allow it. Yeah, I gotta stop, bro. I gotta stop. Like, I literally felt something in my heart saying that as a joke. God damn. But hey, man. Look, all I'm gonna say is, bro. All I'm gonna say is about this current civil war and beef and whatever's going on. As of now, bro, Kendrick just dropped like back to back the next day if you're watching this. Yeah, there's a reason why there's a 20v1 going on. Like, there's no, bro, this doesn't just happen simply because like they just all like hate the biggest artist of all time. It happens because, you know, you gotta step on people when you're that big. And Drake has definitely stepped on people. So let's see what's up with this video, man.
If you're unaware, there's been a huge beef going on in the rap community as of late, with many of those disses being aimed at Drake. Even recently in Drake's response, he said, "All you people teaming up, what is this, a 20v1?" And he said this because artists like Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky, Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, and many more have dissed him.
Wait, who are y'all taking? Y'all taking this team right here, or y'all taking Drakey Snakey? Which one? I know a lot of people that would actually unironically take Drakey Snakey. Nah, but Future's here. Future's here. If you lose Future, you're losing Future, bro. Pluto, come on. This team.
Which has left many people wondering why everybody hates Drake. So let's look into it, starting off with Future and Metro Boomin.
Bro, the crazy thing is, I didn't even know they hated each other because we all remember the collab album. What's it called? Future and Drake had. That was like, bro, I remember the first time I heard Jumpman, them boys up this. I was like, damn, bro. I think that was my first time genuinely hearing Future. I feel like the only person that Drake is really hurt by has to be Future. Because, like, this is Future, bro.
In light of recent events, Drake's beef with Metro and Future is pretty well documented, so I'm not going to go super into detail in this section, but it provides the backstory for us to understand why all of these rappers assembled to diss Drake. So Future and Metro Boomin are the two people responsible for the so-called rap civil war, and it seems like Metro Boomin is the main mastermind behind it. But why does Metro Boomin hate Drake? Well, it seems to have started back in December of 2022 when Drake was left off of Metro Boomin's album Heroes and Villains.
I was just in the studio with Drake one time, because we were gonna do some stuff on my album.
Almost on the weekend, so that must have hurt him a little bit.
Then he heard that one and really wanted to get on it, but like I was letting him know that he was really just done for real, and I was really just set on how it was. I was like, bro, I ain't even trying to sell you no dream. Like, it's really like just locked in. I'm locked in where it was, but
their beef seemed
but the Drake feature does get you far though. There's like hella people and Blockboy JB, Smiley. I don't know where the he is at, bro. I don't know where he's at, but the Drake feature definitely sets like anybody up. But I don't know for a fact Drake got an ego. Like if he's hearing somebody deny like him giving them a feature, I know he definitely got like some ego or something about it. He has to have, because I mean he's that big.
Flare up again after Drake and 21 Savage's album Her Loss kept winning Album of the Year over Metro's album. Metro tweeted, "Yet Her Loss still keeps winning Rap Album of the Year over H&V. Proof that award shows are just politics and not for me. I don't care about awards, honestly. The true..."
Wait, okay, does anybody here like genuinely care about like award shows, like the actual music accolades or like Grammys or something like that? Like, I think no, like I think it's cool when I hear like, oh, this person has this many Grammys, this person, like, it's kind of cool, but like what the f does a Grammy really mean? Hell nah, no. Like, it's definitely cool. I wouldn't say it's like it's award shows. Like I really don't care like that, but like I can see why people care. They're like, oh, okay, you're getting an accolade for like something crazy you dropped. It's cool to hear people when they have like hella Grammys, right, and stuff, but in reality it really doesn't matter like that. It's just a fucking group of executives deciding that somebody deserved this award. It's not like it's for the people. If it was for the people, then what's his name, Macklemore wouldn't have won Album of the Year over like forgot what all the albums were, but like, oh, Good Kid, Mad City, Kanye's album, all the albums.
Award and reward is knowing that the music I spend so much time on brings
I'm gonna get a Grammy one day. Y'all believe me?
Metro quickly deleted it, but there was obviously some tension there. Drake also seemed to respond in a live stream.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
That's what I thought.
I'm
So
sorry,
we can't
Drakey
be
Snakey.
sure if simply leaving Drake off of his album and Drake winning a bunch of awards over him was what started all of it, but it definitely seemed to fuel the flames. And it made Metro mad enough to make 2 whole albums with Future targeted at Drake, full of a bunch of other rappers who hated him. But why did Future, an old pal of Drake, participate in the formation of this civil war? Well, the origin of Future and Drake's beef is unknown, but we do have some ideas. The last time Drake and Future collabed was on Future's album I Never Liked You, but after that there was some speculation they had some problems.
And back to my Future, Metro Boomin, Drake tension. You don't think it's weird that nothing ever happened with that fucking hit smash song that Future and Drake made with Tim's?
What do you mean? Nothing
Wait
happened?
for you.
It was a
Make a
hit.
diss
It was a
song.
hit.
When you say
I
what?
know it was a hit. It was a smash.
So what you mean? Nothing happened with it.
Never heard it again.
And after that turned out to be the case when Future dissed Drake on his album, it left many people wondering why. Well, a lot of fans speculated for a while that the beef was caused by a girl, but Metro Boomin shut that down by saying, "Stop
Bro,
making."
why is it almost always like all male friendships end over a f***ing girl? Like, come on, bro. Is this really what started it? Who even is this? Princess? She's like some type of like model, like OF model or something like that. This always happens. And the crazy thing is, in like my friend groups, I always notice it. That's why whenever like a girl's name is bring up or somebody's thing, I'm just like, yo, just like stop talking, bro. It's always that and like nothing else.
stuff up for engagement and enjoy the music.
Lost
So
a
with that
friend
in
to a
mind,
girl,
the
bro,
next
ghosted me for
assumption
her
was that
amount.
Future and Metro are good friends, and that Future simply sided with Metro in his feud with Drake. Metro's producer tag is literally Future saying, "If young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you."
It's
and for
iconic.
whatever reason it is, Future and Metro have made it clear that they do not trust Drake. And it's clear that Drake has problems with them too. Because on his recently leaked Push-Ups diss, he said, "I could never be nobody #1 fan. Your first #1, I had to put it in your hand," which was a Future diss. And all he had to say to Metro was, "Shut your ass up and make some."
Nah, this was the funniest. I don't care whose side you are. This is the funniest line of all time out of all this. This was the funniest bar of all time. Like, Metro still can't recover from this, man. Metro still can't recover from this. I guarantee people in like 20 years in the future are going to be saying this shit to him.
drums, which was pretty hilarious. So for whatever reason it started, that issue with Drake is why when they made the first album, they had to recruit another rapper who hates Drake. And that, of course, would be Kendrick Lamar.
The boogeyman.
Again, Kendrick Lamar and Drake's beef is pretty well
Didn't even give him
documented
a
as of
proper
late,
bar.
so I'm not going to go super in depth, but again, it has some important backstory. So Kendrick and Drake started off as friends in the early 2010s, with Drake really helping him out early on by bringing him on tour with A$AP Rocky. They collaborated a few times together as well. But the beef all started when Kendrick and Big Sean released Control, and in Kendrick's verse, he said he was coming at everyone in the rap game, including Drake. Most people weren't offended by this because Kendrick said he had love for them and figured it was just some friendly competition. But Drake took it a different way. Drake said, "I didn't really have anything to say about it. It just sounded like an ambitious thought to me. That's all it
Drake
was.
looks so
I know good and
zesty.
well
I
that
need
Lamar's
Drake
not
Snake."
murdering me at all in any platform. So when that day presents itself, I guess we can revisit the topic," which is pretty ironic looking back. This, along with Kendrick progressively blowing up and challenging Drake's status, kicked off a decade of subliminals between the two artists that I'm not going to get into. But if we fast forward to
I feel
the
like
late
some people aren't used to competition though, like especially dealing with like in sports and whatnot. Like some people treat it completely different. Some are like, oh, it's just peace. Like I'm just on the game. I'm not trying to do anything. And then some people are like, ooh, I'm trying to beat all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got love for y'all, but I'm trying to absolutely destroy y'all. I don't want y'all to ever win ever if you're against me. But I feel like it's just like friendly competition. It's like the same thing with like the content creator space. Well, I don't know if I can say that because it kind of causes drama. Drake threw a diss on Tommy. Oh, you best believe Drake knows not to throw diss on the one and only Tommy NFG. That would be the end of his career.
2010s when Kendrick was on a hiatus after Damn, we can see Drake directly
Supposed to
calling
be
him
like
out
that before they
multiple
talk
times.
about family.
You know, the other two guys that I'm constantly, up against, which is like Cole and Kendrick. I'm excited that the decade's about to turn and we're gonna see who can, who can go that extra stretch.
About these guys that go away 3, 4, 5 years, want to chill out, all that shit. That's not me.
Watch Drake
After
cause
First Person
Tommy to go
Shooter,
into
a
hiding.
song where Drake and Cole collabed and said they were the GOATs, Kendrick had to respond. That's when he featured on Like That with Future and Metro Boomin, in which he directly called out Drake. Kendrick said things like, "Mother F the big three, it's just big me.
This is
I'm really like
crazy.
that, and your best work is a light pack. Prince outlived Mike Jack. For all your dogs getting buried, that's okay with all these nines. He gonna see Pet Cemetery." As I'm sure most of you know, this diss
It's crazy how much like this move, because I swear this was, when did Like That come out? When did Metro Metro Boomin's album come out? It was like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago. Like this is already history now.
Sent everyone into a frenzy, and there was no way that Drake could not respond to it. So he did on the leaked diss song Push-Ups, a song where most of the bars were directed at Kendrick, but he took some shots at everyone else dissing him as well. He said things like, "How you big steppin' with a size 7 men's on? Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse for all the Swifties," and a bunch of other lines like that.
Drake's was a good clapback. Like when we first heard it, we were like, "Oh, okay." It was a good clapback, and then Kendrick dropped, and then it was over. it was actually over. Like comparing Drake's diss to like Kendrick's now, like all of the shit he dropped, it's like it's not one of them is close. Honestly, like his first disc compared to like the one where he like destroyed, I don't even remember what it's called, Family Matters, that one where he destroyed the Good Kid, Mad City car. I like the first one over that one. I don't know why. I wasn't really feeling it.
On this song as well, Drake claimed that Like That is not what started the beef, but it's been brewing for a long time, which is evident in the decade of subliminals they've sent to each other. If you want a more in-depth video on Kendrick and Drake's relationship, I suggest this one by What's the Dirt, which I'll link down below. But Drake's recent response had a few other disses towards other artists in it, including The Weeknd. The Weeknd and Drake have had a fairly public feud that's been on and off for a while now, but after being featured all over Future and Metro's albums and sending...
I know Drake is like so and so mad that he missed out on The Weeknd. The Weeknd is the biggest artist in the world right now, like damn near next to Taylor Swift. The Weeknd goes anywhere and people know him. Bro, he was... Drake basically founded him. I know he, like, every day of his life, he has to regret that. He has to regret not signing him.
Some shots at Drake, the flames seem to have been
reignited.
It all started in 2010 after Drake heard a new young artist called The Weeknd, and they met in 2011. Drake supported his career very early on and was a big fan of him. They worked together a lot, and The Weeknd even wrote 4 of the songs on Drake's album Take Care. As The Weeknd was growing as a solo artist, in 2012 Drake said, "I want to continue being involved in his career and vice versa, and keep making music together. As far as on paper, it's all being worked out, but that's not really what counts anyway. What counts to me is the fact that affiliation is known, and that's all I really care about." It was clear that Drake wanted to sign The Weeknd, and he said it often.
This is forever the first artist that OVO ever had and still has, and OVO XO is around forever, I promise.
But that would be turned on its head when The Weeknd signed with Republic Records in September of 2012, which clearly upset Drake. He said on Twitter, "You won't get away with just a thank you. You owe me a favor." Things went along as normal for a while. And if you're curious, a normal Drake beef looks like some subliminals throughout your song.
Would y'all be mad if like a friend did that to you? I would say Drake is valid for being mad, to be honest. I would say Drake is valid in that moment to be mad, because like you bring up somebody, they know you, whatever, this or that, you're like, all right, you could at least sign to me, right? Sign to me and work with me, and then you just like stab them. This one I'll say he's valid in being mad.
Songs while maintaining the fact that you're cool in your interviews. Until 2013, when The Weeknd did an interview with Complex, he revealed that the songs he gave to Drake were originally for his album House of Balloons, but The Weeknd made it sound like he didn't really want to, or that it wasn't the right decision. He was also asked in reference to Drake, "People think you guys aren't cool with each other anymore," to which he responded, "No, that's not true, but it makes sense. The thing about Drake is I told him what my decisions were going to be, and he was down with it from the beginning." So despite the both of them saying,
so Drake should have already known then. I mean, he could have been, maybe The Weeknd could have been capping her, I don't know, but
they were cool, there did seem to be a bit of
decade.
tension surrounding Take Care and The Weeknd not signing to OVO. In 2015, The Weeknd opened up a little bit more about his early relationship with Drake when he said to Rolling Stone, "I gave up almost half of my album. It's hard. I will always be thankful. If it wasn't for the light he shined on me, who knows where I'd be. And everything happens for a reason. You never know what I would say if this success wasn't in front of me now." So even though he wasn't entirely happy about giving some of his songs to Drake, he was still able to appreciate and acknowledge the big boost that Drake gave him. Things were quiet for a while until 2017 when they both appeared on each other's shows, signifying that they were cool despite any previous tension. But then Drake was rumored to be dating The Weeknd's ex-girlfriend Bella Hadid.
What? No, that's snaky, bro. Dating your homie's ex? That's always like red territory immediately. Drake strikes again? I'm telling you, bro, it's a build-up. There's a reason why the 20v1 or whatever people want to call it is currently going on. If this is really true, like, I don't care, bro. If I'm your friend, like, if it's like your ex-friend, you haven't talked to him for a long time, it's whatever, right? Who gives a f? Your friend that you actively talk to? and you're doing this? Yeah, that's snake behavior. Major snake behavior.
Which definitely could have sparked some issues between the two. After that, Drake posted a throwback photo to Take Care, and someone wrote in the comments that said The Weeknd wrote the entire album, to which Drake responded, Abel co-wrote on Shot For Me in Practice, obviously was featured on Crew Love and The Ride, and that's it. There's 20 songs on that album.
See, his ego got to him. You can't respond to hate comments. That's what happens when you respond to hate comments. That's why the beef started. They probably would have been friends too if he never responded to it. And The Weeknd, I'm assuming The Weeknd was like, no, I wrote most of it, but damn near all of it. Respond to all hate comments. Could y'all imagine I responded to every single hate comment? Like, this is why 99% of the time I don't even look at the comments, because I don't give unless it's like the top comments or something. Yes, like every person that said, oh, you fell off, or oh my god, you're not funny, or you're corny, or this or that, or whatever anybody wants to say. It's like eventually I'll probably crash out and call them a slur or something like that, to be honest. Like, there's a reason why I don't. If I do respond to hate comments, though, it has to be like, it's rare. If I'm on stream, though, I will.
Don't try me.
Go low tier God on
The
them,
Weeknd actually
Tommy.
got back with Bella Hadid for a while, which possibly upset Drake, as many people speculated on his 2018 album Scorpion that he sent some more subliminals to The Weeknd. Then in 2019, The Weeknd seemingly dissed Drake back on his song Lost in the Fire, saying, and I just want a baby with the right one, cause I could never be the one to hide one. Which is a reference to Pusha T revealing that Drake had a son that he was hiding from the world. The Weeknd also said on Nav's song Price on My
No diss has still touched Pusha T's, I think. Like not a single one. Him just revealing, like, he literally made Drake like have to be a father. He had no choice but to be a father. That was the wildest shit ever.
Ed, you beefing with yourself, tell the truth. People on your side, they would ride for me too. But again, Drake would maintain that he had nothing but love for The Weeknd.
To this day, I'm always excited, always super happy for all those guys. And I never like had any resentment towards like, oh, you didn't stay on OVO. That was never really like, I'm not gonna say there weren't people that didn't feel.
Cap, bro. Cap, come on now. Bro, you talking about the biggest artist in the world. You know you felt some damn, bro. Like, imagine I signed this dude. I probably would have been able to retire off his money for the rest of my life. I would have been mad as to be honest. I know I would be mad, all right, if I missed out on somebody like that. Like, could y'all imagine you missed out on, like, let's say you're a label producer and you missed out on, like, a 16-year-old Michael Jackson or something like that? There's no world. I'm just gonna have to end myself, bro, at some point. Do we have a counter of how many times Drake has laid with someone else's girl/ex? It's a lot of times, bro. A lot of times. And the thing is, I don't understand why he would even do that, because I don't know if it's like he has a celebrity girl fetish or whatever. He could get any girl he wants, bro. He's like the biggest artist right now in our generation. I don't understand.
Feel a way about it, but that was never my thing. I never expected Abel to stay under OVO. As soon as I heard him once express that he
could have been retired,
wanted to do his own thing. So it's like, my biggest regret would maybe be that we probably wasted 7 years not communicating with each other when we had something beautiful going on.
Drake echoed this sentiment on his song War by saying, OVO XO link up, and they boy that sound like he sang on Thriller, we just had to fix things, family 6 tings, we can't split up. After that, things seemed like they might have been cool again, especially when they were hanging out together at The Weeknd's birthday party in 2022. But in 2023, on Drake's album,
they're hanging out in 2022?
For All the Dogs, it seemed like he may have sent a shot at The Weeknd on the song All the Parties when he said, my playing P&D in them shorties don't listen to Weeknd. Some people don't.
What? But why? What did he do? I thought y'all were friends. See, bro? That's what I'm talking about when I say there's a reason why this shit is happening.
I don't think it was a diss, but after recent events, it very well could be. In late March of this year, Future and Metro Boomin released their collab album We Don't Trust You, which, if you're unaware, was essentially an entire diss album towards Drake, with a handful of features having beef with Drake as well. The Weeknd had some vocals on there, but it wasn't until they released We Still Don't Trust You where the disses at Drake came from The Weeknd. The most direct shots were on the song All to Myself when The Weeknd said, they could never diss my brothers when they got leaks in the operation. I thank God that I never signed my life away. And we never do the big talk, they shooters making TikToks got us laughing in the Lambo. This line references a few things, like OVO affiliates spilling the beans to Pusha T about Drake's son, and how The Weeknd is glad he never signed to OVO. And Drake, of course, was not a fan of this team up, so he sent some shots back on his diss song that was recently leaked called Push Ups. Drake said, your manager was Chubb's little blunt runner, claimed the 6 and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash Flow and Abel Bread out here tricking, shit we do for is he doing for dudes. Cash XO is The Weeknd's manager, so basically Drake was making fun of both of them in this line. So now that we know the beef with Drake and The Weeknd,
hey man, his manager's making money. That's all I'm saying, man. His manager is the one that. No wonder he disrespected manager. He's the one that is making him money, man. Drake probably wishes he could have been the goddamn, could have been the Weeknd's manager.
And is back on. We can't say for sure
Tommy
exactly
Drake.
why, but it definitely has something to do with some ex-girlfriend drama or the Weeknd not signing to OVO back in the day. And because he knew the Weeknd hates Drake, Metro Boomin made sure to get him on this album with Future. And another person he made sure to get on this album was A$AP Rocky. Similar to the Weeknd, A$AP.
I mean, I think we know why Drake doesn't like A$AP Rocky. He stole Rihanna. Single-handedly. One of the most beautiful women in the world. Bro, I'll never forget when Rihanna posted that she was pregnant. And all I saw in the comments was niggas going, no! Oh my god! No! No, like, you didn't have a chance, bro. Come on now. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. That was the most insane time ever, bro. That was the most insane time. Riri wants me, though. She don't want you, bro. She don't want y'all. Rihanna does not want y'all. Just to let y'all know, alright? She got damn near 2 kids with that man. It's over. Your chances, sayonara.
A$AP Rocky and Drake used to be good pals, but now there is some beef that is in large part because of a girl. Surprise, surprise.
Want you either.
Back when
Cap.
A$AP Rocky was starting out, Drake took him on his Club Paradise tour with Kendrick Lamar, and because of this, Rocky said that Drake is the one who put him on.
The only person that put on for me when I ain't have nobody was Drake. I'm talking about.
Damn, this is a bad clip, man. This is why I can't glaze anybody on stream or anything like that. Because I know in the future if I beef with them, and I'm like, oh my god, man, this person literally made my entire career, I'll be cooked. And then they could just diss me and be like, oh, didn't you say this though?
Drake was the first person to put on, like, before anybody. He didn't want to sign me.
Yeah.
He didn't want to. It was like, yo, that's raw talent, yo. Like, you gotta shine, yo. I'm gonna see to it.
This is my bro, Rocky.
Forever old Drake.
They collabed together, most notably on songs like Effin' Problems, and were good buddies for a while. But as many of you probably know, Drake really liked Rihanna. They apparently dated briefly in 2009 and again in 2014, both of which Rihanna denied. But it seemed like Drake was obsessed with her, like when he gave a speech about her at the VMAs saying, "But most of all, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one. She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old. She's one of my best friends in the world. All my adult life, I've looked up to her even though she's younger than me. She's a living, breathing legend in our industry."
Yo, the glazing is insane, bro. What? Now we dissing her? Nah, this is the perfect example of a nigga being upset cause at his ex or whatever cause she's doing better or this or that. There's no other way. There's nothing else it could be. Damn, how many bags has Drake missed out on? Cause Rihanna's a billionaire. We know that, right? Rihanna's a billionaire. She missed out on him. She missed out on fucking The Weeknd, the biggest artist ever. Who else? I'm pretty sure Kendrick was also with Drake before. Like, goddamn.
Industry. Apparently they even kissed on stage around this time, but there was a bit of a love triangle going on. A$AP Rocky and Rihanna met around 2011 and first collabed in 2012. He also toured with her in 2013, but then Rihanna and Rocky were seen hanging out a bit more in 2018 and 2019, and by 2020 there were rumors that they were dating after Rihanna had broken up with her previous boyfriend. Fast forward to 2022 and the couple is having a child together, then another in 2023, and then Rihanna confirmed that their romantic relationship began in 2019. And there were even rumors they were going to get married. But one person seemed to be a tad bit jealous, and that was our good pal Drake. Many fans assumed that Drake's song Fear of Heights from For All the Dogs was about Rihanna, because he said things like, "Why they make it sound like I'm still hung up on you? That could never be me. Girl can't run me. Better him than me. Better it's not me. And the sex was average with you. I'm anti because I had it with you."
Okay, that's what I was say. Bro, did they have like a bad falling out? Like, did she ever do him dirty or something? Or he was just like, nah, I'm about to diss you. He real mad.
And I had way better than you, TBH. Yeah, that man, he's
Okay. Drake, don't get it wrong. We're talking about Rihanna here, alright? Rihanna and Beyonce and who else? Probably somebody else are like the gold standard like of women out there. Alright, let's be serious. Let's be fucking serious. Come on.
still with you, he can't leave you. Basically, the entire first verse was aimed at Rihanna and Rocky, with, in my opinion, some pretty weak disses. Drake also seemingly dissed Rocky on the song Another Late Night when he said, "I ain't pretty Flacco, this shit get really rocky." Oh, and on Virginia Beach, Drake said, "I know what you say I could have treated you better or whatever, but I don't know, I think I did alright. And you know how you get drawing conclusions like you got a Parsons degree or something. I could have treated you better, that's crazy."
Drake getting Brozone, making him start talking crazy about her. Yo, this is really making me realize how much Drake like sneak disses. Like, Bro, this is actually insane. This man sneak disses on songs you wouldn't even know were sneak disses. Like, do y'all know God's Plan? Or no, not. What's that other song? Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? That's supposed to be like a Kanye diss, because it was something about Kim. Kim's nickname was Kiki, and he was talking about her or something. And then, yeah, bro, this is making me realize how much he sneak disses.
Crazy. Nope. In a hilarious interview where a TMZ reporter tried to jog with Rocky and asked some questions, she asked about the Drake diss, but Rocky didn't respond. But then Rocky somewhat responded on Kid Cudi's song Wow, where he said, "These people can't stomach me, gotta go get a mandrake." However, Rocky finally addressed the situation directly on Future and Metro's second diss album, We Still Don't Trust You, on the song Show of Hands. He said, "People swear they the baddest. I just beg the worst one. And they feelings over women. What, you heard or something? I smashed before you birthed, son. Flacco hit it first, son. Still don't trust you. It's always us, never them. Heard you dropped your latest shit. Funny how it just came and went." So it's pretty obvious what Rocky's talking about here. Drake didn't seem to target Rocky on his latest diss track, but he did post this meme targeted at everyone who dissed him. So at least we know why the two of them started beefing. But one person we didn't know was beefing with Drake was Rick Ross, until we just recently learned the reason.
Nah, Rick Ross, bro. Just one word person I didn't expect either. He's funny though, bro. The way he be the f***ing, bro, the cover. Hold on, the cover of his diss. This cover has to go down in history. Why does this deadass, like, in an opposite world where Drake wasn't black, why does this actually look like him? It's scary how much this looks like Drake. Like, it's scary. Who is this dude? Well, it's probably AI, to be honest. It looks like you, bro. Does not look like me. Does not look like me. Alright? It's creepy, uncanny. And then the hashtag BBL Drizzy. It's just like the sprinkle on top. Maybe this is the real Drake. Could y'all imagine, like, one day Drake is like, alright, but I'm hiding something from you guys. And he just, like, rips it off, and then it turns out he just looks like this. He just looks like this. And he's like, Jeepers Creepers, I got you guys. Oh, man.
Rick Ross is an artist who has seemingly been good friends with Drake for a while now, so many people were surprised to see them beefing. They've collaborated many times, most notably on songs like Money in the Grave and I'm on One. They even hinted at a collab album as recently as 2021. There was a brief conflict between the two back in 2016 when Drake was beefing with Meek Mill, since Meek was signed to Rick Ross's label. Ross said, "If it's gotta go there, Renzel gonna jump off the porch on your ass. That's just the way I've always been, and I'm gonna die that way. You just gotta know what you're doing for your dogs." So he clearly was siding with his signee, which makes sense. And when Drake and Meek patched things up, so did Rick Ross and Drake in 2017. The most recent time we've heard Rick Ross speak positively of Drake was in May of 2023 when he said on Drink Champs that him and Drake are very close. Even in January of this year.
Damn, bro, how close? An Aiden Ross stream on Kick? What the happened? God damn, bro. Is this how fast beef be escalating?
Rick Ross said to Aiden Ross on a live stream that his favorite Drake collaboration was Stay Schemin', and that it was a magical experience making it. In March of this year, Rick Ross and his girlfriend Christina Mackey announced that they had broken up back in February. But then, for some reason, Rick Ross unfollowed Drake on Instagram after Like That by Future, Metro, and Kendrick was released. Everyone was focused on the Kendrick verse and may not have realized that Rick Ross was featured on the album as well. An album that, mind you, was full of Drake disses. It was basically targeted at Drake, if you haven't picked up on that already. Ross's verse didn't have anything to do with Drake, but it may have been that tiny bit of allegiance that upset Drizzy, because shortly after that, Drake invited Rick Ross's ex-girlfriend Christina Mackey to his concert, and it was a fancy invite that she posted, which probably had Mr. Ross feeling some type of way. This is when people thought there was beef, and then it was confirmed.
I think that's wrong though. Like, let's say your friend, like your homie, and then like this exact scenario where Rick Ross is on the album and all the other songs are dissing Drake, but then after that he still got on it because he didn't really give a I think that's wrong. I don't know, bro. I feel like it depends. Like, I don't know. This whole hip hop world is just like so shaky.
Not too long after, when Drake's song Push Ups leaked, he had some bars for Rick Ross. He said, "I might take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in. He turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart he got from Drizzy. Spend that little check you got and stay about my business." So he briefly addressed Rick Ross, saying he took his girl, referenced Rick Ross's past as a correctional officer, and then said that every song on the charts that Rick has got has been from him. He didn't spend too much time on Rick Ross, as there were many other people that he had to send shots at, but it was enough for Rick Ross to immediately get in the studio and respond to Drake in a full-length diss track. He said,
"Nah, he was responding fast." We're talking about like, oh, Kendrick responding fast? Bro, Rick Ross really started because like he posted his diss track in like an hour or two after.
Ghostwriters, they get to floss what you could have had. Record label taking a loss,
When our
are you in your
response was
bag?
crazy.
You a worker wanting to chart, don't make me laugh. Here he directly addressed Drake's claims.
And that's right about learning about the song too. That's like right learning about it as soon as it came out.
Said that because Drake outsources things like ghostwriters and has to pay for them, that the record label is probably taking a loss on his music. Ross continued later on saying, like his moves, but he never had to fight in school. Always ran, another person had to write your grooves. Flow is copy and paste, Wheezy gave you the juice. Another white boy at the park wanna hang with the crew. In this line, he calls Drake soft again, saying he doesn't live the lifestyle he claims to have lived. And Ross also said that Drake just got his flow from Lil Wayne. On the hook, Ross called out Drake for leaking his diss track instead of speaking directly. But one of the most interesting things to happen on this track was in the outro when he accused Drake of wanting to be white, so he had a nose surgery to make his nose smaller than his dad's nose. The nose accusation actually had Drake's mom texting him asking, "The internet is saying you got a nose job?" To which he responded, "It's coming from Rick Ross, the guy I did songs with. He's gone loopy off the Moonjaro. He hasn't eaten in days and it's turned him angry and racist. He's performing at proms for money. It's bad."
You mean he's what? Bro, this man resorted to calling him racist. Let's be serious, man. I mean, he is half white. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's be serious. He just said you got a small nose, man. He's calling you a white boy. All right.
Don't worry, we'll handle it. And he also tagged Rick Ross saying, "You're one nosy goof." Then Rick Ross claimed that he unfollowed Drake because Drake sent a cease and desist to French Montana, which finally explained why the beef started in the first place. A lot of people were speculating that the song Splash Brothers from Mac and Cheese 5 by French Montana was supposed to have Drake on it because of a leak. There is a version of the song out right now with Rick Ross and Lil Wayne, but not one with Drake.
Yeah, no, we're good. Honestly, I don't want to listen to it. I heard French Montana, and I don't want to listen to it. I don't need to hear it, man. Honestly, bro, this is the one time I'll defend Drake on this, because I think he did a world a favor.
So many people think that Drake sent a cease and desist so he wouldn't release it. Of course, we don't know the exact details. French Montana hasn't commented on the situation, but since Rick Ross said it and it doesn't really seem like something to lie about, it's like
But one person I hope doesn't happen is French Montana, because what the f would he say? I don't know why. I have like a feeling French Montana is just gonna like hop in the beef and just like diss Drake or somebody else he hates, and yeah, that'll be the end of his career.
likely that this is the reason why Rick Ross is beefing with Drake. Also, they've been arguing back and forth on Instagram talking about who's got the bigger mansion and stuff like that. Crazy rich people arguments I couldn't imagine relating to. But it's not super relevant to the beef. But all it tells us is that Drake doesn't take Rick Ross seriously enough to address him anymore in his songs. However, there are a few more artists that fans speculate have some beef with Drake right now.
No. I mean, we all know about this stuff. They've been beefing for how long?
Like everyone else on this list, Kanye and Drake were friends early in Drake's career. There was a little bit of tension here and there, especially after a Kanye rant from 2016 when he said the radio plays too much Drake, but for the most part, everything seemed...
Honestly, bro, look, this is not me dick sucking, that's facts. Or when, you know, when everybody used to listen to the radio and car radio and stuff, bro, I heard Hotline Bling at least like 5,000 times on the radio. I swear, bro. It was like I cannot listen to that song. Like any of the big songs. Same thing with One Dance. One Dance is a good song though. So like, yeah, I can still listen to One Dance, but Hotline Bling, I cannot even listen to that shit. I cannot listen to that at all.
Good. Until in 2018 when Pusha T's beef was heating up with Drake and Kanye had just produced Pusha T's album Daytona, that's when there seemed to be some issues. Drake thought Kanye, who had released multiple albums that year that he had produced, had them all come out to mess up the release of Drake's album Scorpion. Kanye apologized for this, but then released the infamous song Lift Yourself. This song is funny because Drake said he liked the beat, so Kanye...
Nah, I don't give a f***. This is still the best. Look at the f***ing lyrics, bro. This is still the best diss of all time. I don't care. It's better than Kendrick's. It's better than Drake's, bro. It's better than Rick Ross's. It's better than who else, bro. It's the funniest diss of all time.
Wasted it by saying things like poop diddy scoop on the song and releasing it. Then Kanye got mad at Drake for allegedly sneak dissing him on sicko mode and apparently threatening his family. There's some more petty stuff in 2021 and then even more in 2023 when Drake sampled Kim Kardashian, Kanye's ex-wife, on his song Search and Rescue. There have been a lot of rumors
How do you
that
even
Kim
get
and
the
Drake have
sample?
been dating, but there isn't any.
Nah, bro. See, it's always dealing with the woman, bro. It's literally always that. It's always that whenever niggas start beefing. It's nothing else. But how did he even get the sample clear then? Yo, Kim is extra snaky then. Kim is extra snaky. I literally think of alternate realities where Kanye did not get with Kim and did not marry her. And I'm like, damn, it could have been a really different picture.
Any confirmation. People also saw videos of Kim K at some Drake shows and have theorized some of his lyrics have been about her, which also could have upset Kanye. Over the years, Drake has sent many subliminals, and Kanye has gone on plenty of rants about Drake. So basically, their beef is over a bunch of pretty petty stuff, which isn't very surprising considering both of their personalities. And I wasn't going to include Kanye in this video until he recently inserted himself in the Drake dissing tag team by remixing the song that started it all, like that.
Honestly, you shouldn't have done that. Well, I don't know, bro, because you could diss Kanye on a lot of things. on a lot of things, bro. You could diss Ye on a lot of things. All right, and honestly, it wasn't even a diss like that. He just said, "What, serve your master?" I mean, I guess that's a diss, but like, what Drake and Kendrick got going on, these are disses. Like, this is nuclear disses.
It is, but I did do this like that remix though. I think that's what you was wanting to lead into and shit. Let me see.
You got the like that remix. I don't believe Ye jumped on the like that remix.
You know we had to get the hooligans up here. We gonna take this pussy nigga out. Yo, Dot, I got you.
And as I'm tired of this nigga fucking with me and all this shit, man. So the fact that these niggas is coming together finally, because it's not just about the elimination of Drake. You know, it's like.
Right.
Like, we're gonna tear the head off whoever they got that they thought was in control of.
Kanye said on his remix, "It's a rap for people. Where's Lucian? Serve your master. You caught a little bag for your masters, didn't you? Lifetime deal. I feel bad." Kanye said this because he isn't with the label anymore, but Drake is still working under UMG, whose CEO is Lucian Grange, which directly
Holy ears!
But Drake is still working under UMG, whose CEO.
No wonder he owns a fucking label. Look at his ears. Of course he could hear any type of music and probably figure out if it's a hit or not. God damn, bro. Oh my god. This is Elf, Tyler the Creator ears. No, don't diss Tyler the Creator like that.
Is Lucian Grange, which directly claps back at what Drake said about Kendrick dropping for Top. So it's crazy to see yet another person who doesn't like Drake jumping in on the beef. So now I think everyone is just waiting for Pusha T to jump back in. J. Cole also caught a stray on this song, which was tough, and he also posted this meme about J. Cole, so I feel pretty bad for him now.
No, Nav. Yuck. Travis Scott, J. Cole.
Now we are going to get into some people who are thought to have beef with Drake, although I personally don't think these are very likely,
would Travis have
starting
beef?
With J. Cole. So if you're somehow unaware still...
And how would J. Cole? Didn't they just do a tour?
Are pretty tight.
J. Cole, the smartest man alive. You know what's crazy? I was hating too. I was like, bro, why did he like stop, bro? Why did he pussy out? No. I owe J. Cole a formal apology because I was not expecting it to go how it is right now.
As of late, they just recently collabed on First Person Shooter and got off tour like a week ago, which makes it very unlikely that they're beefing. However, J. Cole did surprisingly feature on Metro and Future's We Still Don't Trust You on the song Red Leather, which made a lot of people think that J. Cole switched sides. But his verse had nothing to do with the beef, and neither did the song. Many people do think that Drake is the type to get in his feelings about this, but I highly doubt that Drake is upset. As
give it like a year or two, and I guarantee J. Cole is going to be beefing with him, or Drake's going to start a beef or something like that.
They were literally on tour together as the song dropped. Another person people think has beef with Drake is Travis Scott, in part because he also featured on We Don't Trust You. And despite his verse lacking any disses to Drake, some people saw this video of Drake fake shooting a Travis Scott head at his show and thought it meant he had problems with him. In reality though, he was performing one of the songs he has with Travis Scott, and has been doing this for the entire tour. Also in Drake's diss, he literally shouted out Travis. So again, it's not very likely that they have beef, but it is possible that he may have some type of animosity towards Nav. After Like That dropped and Rick Ross unfollowed Drake, so did Nav. Shortly after that, Drake posted a picture on Instagram with the caption, "I ain't picking up, I'm in Turk's Lil Baby," which is a quote from Nav's song Turks. There hasn't been anything that happened since then though, so we can't be sure if there's actually any beef. Nav didn't even hop on We Still Don't Trust You, so we really have no idea what's going on.
I think the least of Drake's worries, honestly, is Nav. Like, let's be serious, bro. Let's be serious.
Regardless, it's clear that Drake has upset a lot of people in the industry, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out.
Nah, God, I got you. Nah, hold up. W video, actually good video. Yo, could y'all imagine if like Rihanna came out with some shit like, "Oh yeah, he abused me"? It would actually be over or something like that. Like she got Chris Brown 2.0 by Drake or something in 2011, or when did they date? I don't know. Before that or something, he be cooked. We need these receipts, man. This last diss track, from what we can see, the last receipt, Kendrick kind of proved that somebody in his team was like human trafficking and they got guilty, proven guilty of it. We need these receipts, man. So, hey, but a great video. This war is really going crazy, bro. Honestly, this war is really going crazy, and I'm here for it. All right. But yeah, if you're watching this on the tube, join the Discord.